I'm getting it in, yeah. No time for no loss, I'm paying the cost, I'm in it to win, yeah. Refuse, mine, it can't be diffused. If you ain't thinking the same, then we playing by different rules. You can't see the vision, we living different views. Until we complete the mission, keep getting up, never snooze. I walk the mile in my shoes, had the mind of a fool, chasing diamonds and jewels. Trust me, I was confused. Started minding my business and used my mind as a tool. Ended up finding my purpose and found the time to get to it. They told me I couldn't do it, they told me I couldn't make it. They sold it, could never break it. That's sadly mistaken. I need a piece of the pie, I want it so bad I can taste it. They told me like Toby, keep on running, toes they gon' take them. Refuse to lose, built to win, apply myself, I felt it in. No time for the doubt, they counted me out, I'm getting it in, yeah. No time for no loss, I pay for the cost, I'm winning to win, yeah. Refuse to lose, I'm built to win, apply myself.
Welcome back to CTC. I'm your host, Carl, and I'm here, and I'm so excited to talk a little CBB tonight. I'm just going over the games tonight. Tonight is Tuesday, December 5th. So before I get into that, I would like to ask that you leave a like, comment, subscribe, and share the video. It helps my show. It helps the network grow. Yo, what up, Daniel? Yeah, so leave a like, comment, subscribe if you like the content on this show. If you like the content on BWT featuring Teddy. If you like the content on the main show featuring Joe, Tomo, and Dave, which they're going live, I believe, later tonight. I think they're going live at like 7. My show's going to be quick. Trust me, they're going to have time to go live. If you like the content on FFC, Fantasy Football with Coach Coombs. If you like the content on Dave Doghouse and Joe Jordan show, which Joe had a show yesterday talking about the Kings. And if you like the content on Real Ballers Only, and this Sunday will be another episode of Indie Red Corner featuring Ty, Fast Cam, and Ricky. So, like I said, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and share if you like any of the content. Watch a couple videos and go down the rabbit hole and stick with us if you like what you're listening to. Now, as always, I know it's college, so we gotta have some poll talk. We gotta talk about this week polls, and at number 1, I believe it is now Kansas. I'm pulling the polls up now, but I believe Kansas is 1. Ooh, oops, hold on. Oops, I had it. Oh man. No, Arizona is 1. 7-0 Arizona, who beat my Spartans. But we fought hard. We got Arizona. 2, we got Kansas. So Arizona's one of 2 undefeated top 5. Baylor is at 6. They're undefeated. But 2 is Kansas. 3 is Houston. 4 is Purdue after suffering the L to Northwestern for yet another year. UConn at 5 after suffering an L to Kansas. Baylor at 6, undefeated. 7 is Gonzaga. Can't remember who Gonzaga lost to. I can't remember. Was that Tennessee? No, I can't remember who Gonzaga lost to. I want to say it was Tennessee. No, they didn't play Tennessee. They lost to Purdue. Okay, it was Purdue. Okay. 8, we got Marquette, who has 2 losses on the year. They lost to Purdue, and they lost to Wisconsin. At 9, we have UNC, who played tonight against UConn. Their 1 loss was to Villanova, to Villanova. 10, we have Creighton, with their 1 loss coming to Colorado State in a blowout fashion. FAU at 11, who plays Illinois tonight. They have 1 loss. 12, Texas, 1 loss. 13, Colorado State, led by Isaiah Stevens, one of my guys, one of my favorite point guards in the country. 14, we got BYU, which BYU actually looks for real this year. They got a couple key wins, couple good wins under their belt, including San Diego State. They have another key win, Fresno State, Arizona State, blowout fashion, NC State. So they got a couple good wins under their belt. BYU is looking to be for real this year. 15, Miami. They lost recently. They lost to Kentucky in blowout fashion. 16, speaking of Kentucky. Now, Kentucky's behind them because they have 2 losses. They lost to UNC Wilmington, which was an upset, and they lost to Kansas. 17, we have Tennessee, who was 4-3. They've had a pretty tough schedule, losing to North Carolina. losing to not Wisconsin, excuse me, they beat them. Losing to Purdue and losing to Kansas. All three tough games, all three tough losses. Which MSU could have got some of that love, but whatever. 18. People said I only like this team because they didn't hear me talk about JMU before the season. Oh, they beat MSU, so of course you think they... No. I told people, my boy Luke, who I've had on the show, people in the Refuse to Lose Network, I told people, JMU is a really good basketball team. JMU at 18, undefeated. 19, also undefeated. We have Oklahoma, who has a big game today against Providence at home. 20, we have Illinois, who plays FAU tonight at home. 21, we have Texas A&M, who lost to Virginia. They have 2 losses. 22, we have Duke suffering back-to-back losses to Georgia Tech. I can't remember the other one. I can't remember the other loss. Wow. It was a game that I didn't have them losing. Arkansas. Oh, I did have them maybe losing that one. To Arkansas. And then we have Wisconsin at 6-2, who plays MSU tonight at the Brez with 2 losses. Tennessee, and they beat Marquette. So I can't remember the other loss off top, but it was Tennessee, one of them. And the other loss was to Providence. 24, we have Clemson, who's undefeated. And 25th, we have San Diego State, led by Jaden Ledee, who only has 1 loss, being the BYU. I have no arguments for real with the polls. I don't think MSU should be ranked yet. South Carolina, I think they should receive more votes to be ranked. I mean, yeah, you can say Notre Dame, George Washington, and Grand Canyon and Virginia Tech aren't super great wins, but not I myself, being a South Carolina fan as well, did not see them being 7-0 to start the year. I didn't see us beating Virginia Tech. We beat them. Grand Canyon, I thought was going to be a good game, which it was, but we won handily. Notre Dame, blowout. George Washington, blowout. I believe South Carolina and Notre Dame was a blowout. Another team I saw, who did I think? Ole Miss. Ole Miss is quietly having a really good year, undefeated as well, with some good wins, NC State being one of them. I think they should receive more votes to be ranked. Providence is another good team. But, man, it's just so many good teams in college basketball. It's hard to make cases for everybody. And, yeah, you can say, well, Tennessee's top 25 with 3 losses. Yeah, but those 3 losses, man, Kansas, Kansas, not Wisconsin. I just said them. I forgot already. Kansas, Purdue, and North Carolina are all 3 gauntlet losses. If you would unrank them, fine. I'm cool with that. But to have them ranked with them 3 losses, I'm okay with that too, especially because they have the win against Wisconsin. But yeah, it's just tough. It's tough to get some of these teams in here. Some teams got to suffer some L's. But if Tennessee lose again, get them out of here. Get them out of here. I'm sorry. I know college basketball and college football, y'all want Tennessee ranked. They lose again, got to get them out of here. Got to get one of these undefeated teams deservedly in here. Like I said, like a South Carolina, like an Ole Miss. No, Northwestern. Northwestern beat the number 1 team in the school, has 1 loss. I can't remember who the 1 loss is to, but they're not ranked at all. That's kind of crazy. But yeah, that's all I got for y'all for Poll Talk. I'm going to get into tonight's games, and I'm going in order. So tonight, first, I got FAU at Illinois at 6:30 tonight on ESPN. FAU, again, ranked number 11. Illinois is ranked 20th at home for Illinois. So I do it like college football. I'm going to go away first, then home. Now, FAU is led by the big fella, Vladislav Golden out of Russia, 15.4 points per game, 7.1 boards per game. Another guy they're led by is Janelle Davis, 13.6 points per game and 6.8 rebounds per game. These guards can board. Janelle Davis, Elijah Martin, 13.5 points per game and 5.1 boards per game. All these guys rebound. Now they have key contributors like Brian Greenlee, who could defend, and Giancarlo Rosado. Now for Illinois, they're led by the wingman himself, Terrence Shannon, 20 points per game. He's just a baller, a guy who can get to the cup easily. And they're also led by Coleman Hawkins, 5 points per game, 6.8 boards per game. Now their key contributors are Dane Danger and Quincy Guerrier, the transfer from Oregon by way of Syracuse. Now for Illinois, they're going to have to hit some perimeter shots. They're They're going to have to find ways to get good looks against this FAU team that can play defense, who can score. FAU is a well-rounded team. They're senior-led team. They're an older group, but they're really taking that momentum from the Final Four last year and turned it into something amazing. Still a really good team. A lot of them guys are back. I think FAU wants this game on the road. Illinois, I won't say normally folds to tough competition. I won't say that, but I just feel like this FAU team is going to be able to do more. I think they're going to be able to not stop Terrence Shannon, because that's hard to do, but they're going to be able to make him work on the offensive end. They got a lot of guys that can throw at him. I think that they're going to be able to score against this Illinois team. So I'm gonna get this to FAU on the road against Illinois. Now after that, we have my boys, MSU. So Wisconsin, 23rd ranked Wisconsin at Michigan State, 7:00 on Peacock. Now Wisconsin is led by AJ Storr, having 13.3 points per game. Stephen Crawl, the big fella, with 11.5 points per game and 7.9 boards per game. And Chucky Hepburn, the point guard, 10.8 points per game and 3.1 assists per game. Now their key contributors are Tyler Wall and Connor Essegian, the shooter. Essegian, sorry, I'm be mispronouncing his name. I'm so sorry, Connor. And Michigan State, led by my boy, my dog, Tyson Walker, who I still feel like needs to get aggressive early. I think he tries too much to get his guys involved early, which is it's a gift and a curse, man. You want to get your guys involved, but you got to get aggressive. You got to set the tone for the game. AJ Hogard, another guy, 9.6 points per game, 4.1 assists per game. So still doing really well, dishing the rock out and distributing. Scoring has been hard for him lately. He hasn't looked as good as last year, but honestly, I think that's because we don't have a lot of stretch forwards, a lot of stretch shooting that allows him to attack, space the floor and attack. Even drive and kick from attacking. He's still distributing the rock, but I think his scoring has taken a hit because of it. Last year, we had Hall shooting at a better clip. We had Hauser shooting the rock. We had Pierre Brooks, who's now at Butler. We had guys that can shoot the ball. Also, we have Jaden Akins. Jaden Akins, 10.7 points per game, second leading scorer on the team. Our key contributors, in my opinion, are Malik Hall and Carson Cooper. Now, some people might say Trey Holloman because of the way he could defend. He's been starting. He's actually been shooting the ball better than I anticipated these last couple games. But I think Carson Cooper is a key contributor. I think he does really well when he comes in the game, rebounding, setting screens. Maddie is taking a semi-step back. So for that reason, I think Carson Cooper is a key contributor for MSU. Now, I got MSU winning the game. Tyson Walker, I feel like he's going to have opportunities to score. They're going to have to focus in a lot on Tyson Walker, which is going to open other things. I think Malik Hall can score against this Wisconsin team. Points are going to be a premium in this game. I do think that Stephen Crawl will be a tough cover. I think we're going to have to throw multiple guys at him. Even Maddie might even be in foul trouble a little early. Stephen Crawl provides a lot of problems for a lot of teams. But overall, I think our guards will be able to score. I think our guards will be able to attack the paint and open other things up for other people. So I'm going to go with MSU in this game. Now, next, we have Providence at Oklahoma. Providence, led by the returning man, Bryce Hopkins. Bryce Hopkins has 17.3. Oh, my bad. You can catch this game 7:00 on ESPNU. Bryce Hopkins, 17.3 points per game, 8.6 assists per game. Devin Carter, 15 points per game, 8.6 rebounds per game. He's been boarding, another guard that can board, and 3.5 assists per game. Now, their key contributors, in my opinion, are Jaden Pierre and Joshua Doro, the big fella. I think he transferred him over from George Mason with Kim English. Now, Oklahoma is led by Otega Owe, 15.7 points per game, 4.7 boards per game. Javion McCollum, 13.6 points per game and 3.0 assists per game. Their contributors are Sam Godwin and Milos Uzan, who I think leads the team in assists, as Godwin leads the team in boards. Now, in my opinion, I know Providence on the road as dogs. I think Providence wins this game. I think Providence is a really good coach team by Kim English. I think they're a really good defensive team. And not only that, you can get buckets with guys like Devin Carter and and Bryce Hopkins. And Oduro down low could be. He's a guy that can move. He's an athlete. He can move. He's really good on the defensive end. But a lot of Providence people, they can switch 1 through 3, 1 through 4. So I think Oklahoma, they've been outscoring people a lot. I think they've been really just really scoring. Not, I don't know. How do I say this? I don't want to say they don't play defense because that's not right. But I just think they've been outscoring people. I think Providence can slow the scoring down while still scoring themselves. And I think Providence win this game. Moving on, we have Villanova at K-State. Villanova is a road favorite against K-State. You catch this game 7 o'clock on ESPN2. Now, Villanova is led by Eric Dixon, big fellow, 14.8 points per game and 6.6 rebounds per game. Justin Moore, the guard, 14.4 points per game. Their key contributors, in my opinion, are Tyler Burton, Hakeem Hart, and TJ Bamba. I know baby Archie Diacono gets some burn, but I don't know if he's a key contributor like that. For K-State, they're led by one of my favorite point guards in the country. I was so excited he finally made it to a major Division I school. The North Texas transfer by way of JUCO, Tyler Perry, averaging 17.2 points per game and 5.2 assists per game, getting his team involved as well. Cam Carter, 16.5 points per game and 5.5 boards per game. And Arthur Kaluma, the Creighton transfer, 15.1 points per game and 8.4 boards a game. Their key contributors is Will McNair Jr. and David Ngosson. Now, one of their key contributors may be out for the year. He's still suspended indefinitely. That's Naquan Tomlin, big man from last year's tournament run with Marquise Noel. I saw something earlier that Jerome Tang is treating his suspension like a season-ending injury, which is tough news for Tomlin and the K-State Wildcats. But I think K-State wins this game at home. I love Tyler Perry, dynamic guard, can score, can get to the cup, can shoot the three. Like I said, gets his teammates involved with 5 assists per game. Cam Carter, another guy that can get you a bucket, shoot off the dribble. Arthur Kaluma could do it all as well. He can also do the dirty work. He's not afraid to get in there and mix it up. Now, I get Villanova got guys like that too. Justin Moore, TJ Bamba can get buckets. Hakeem Hart can get a bucket. I just think being at home for K-State puts it over the top for me. They got bigs. Eric Dixon is going to be a problem. Eric Dixon can move. Eric Dixon can shoot, and he's a little bit thicker, so he got a little muscle to him. He can move guys, but I like K-State in this matchup. I think K-State is just a problem offensively. Even this Providence team that they played, they had a problem stopping them. Tyler Perry, man, he's a really great point guard, and I think that's going to affect the Villanova defense. Now, the last game I'm going to go over with, probably game of the night. We have North Carolina at UConn. Well, really, it's a neutral site game at Madison Square Garden, but, the home team is UConn, so I had to say that. But it's a neutral site game, Madison Square Garden. For North Carolina, they're led by R.J. Davis, scoring 20.4 points per game. He's really scoring the rock well since Caleb Love has now gone to Arizona. Both guards are prospering. Caleb Love is prospering at Arizona. R.J. Davis is prospering still at North Carolina. Armando Bacot, 16.3 points per game, 11.8 boards per game. I'm not going to lie, like beginning of the year, last year, I didn't really drink the Kool-Aid on Armando Bacot, but he's really balling this year. He's really averaging a double-double like this is crazy. He's a real driving force for this North Carolina team. And they're also led by Harrison Ingram, the transfer out of Stanford, who's a really highly coveted highly coveted transfer. I wanted MSU to make a run for him. He went to North Carolina. As soon as I seen that, Cormac Ryan, which is a key contributor, Cormac Ryan, when I saw they went to North Carolina, I knew North Carolina was going to be a problem. Harrison Ingram is averaging 14.5 points per game and 6.8 boards per game. Key contributors, like I said, Cormac Ryan and Elliot Cadeau. Elliot Cadeau has been distributing the rock really well, not turning the rock over. He's been really setting up a lot of things for North Carolina, playing outstanding basketball. UConn, led by Tristan Newton. And Tristan Newton leads UConn in all the 3 major statistical categories. He leads them with 17.5 points per game, 7.9 boards per game, and 6.2 assists per game. A dynamic scorer. He gave Kansas 30. He's just tough. He's like Jordan Hawkins. Like Jordan Hawkins last year, who could score from anywhere. Now Tristan Newton can kind of shoot the deep ball too. But now that Jordan Hawkins is gone, Tristan Newton's game is elevated so much more. They're also led by Donovan Clingan, 14.1 points per game and 6.1 rebounds per game, and Cam Spencer, 15 points per game. Their key contributors are Alex Carbon and Stephon Castle, who should be making his return tonight. So be on the lookout for them. Now, I think UConn wins it. Clingan has the size, not the size, the height to match Bacot. Not necessarily the size, but Klingon's no push around. I know he looks a little, I wouldn't say scrawny, but he's a little slim. But I think he'll be okay with Bacot down there. They're going to be able to match their guards with Tristan Newton. Tristan Newton matching RJ Davis. Now, Harrison Ingram can provide a little bit of a problem, but I think Hassan Diarra will be okay with that matchup. Overall, I do think UConn, I don't think they lose back-to-back games. I think the Kansas loss really will help them in this game. I don't see them, like I said, losing back-to-back. But I do see North Carolina putting up a fight. I do see this being a close game. I love Harrison Ingram. He's doing a lot. I know I talk about Elliot Cadeau setting up a lot of things, but Harrison Ingram has been setting up stuff too. He can set stuff up in the post. He can set stuff up around the perimeter. He can score in the perimeter. He can score in the mid-range. He can get to the cup. Harrison Ingram at that 4 spot can do a lot for North Carolina, which is give me UConn to win the game. And now I want to talk about just briefly. I don't want to say I'm going to go over them, but I'm going to just let you know about 3 mid-major games. So I'm a guy who loves to show love. As you can tell with my football episodes, I show love to Group of 5 schools. I love to show love to mid-majors. I got 3 mid-major games you should look out for. The first one being Drexel at Princeton, 7 o'clock. Let me give you the network. I should have wrote them down. I should have wrote the networks down. That's on me. Normally, they're on ESPN Plus, though. So if you have ESPN Plus, like me, watch it on your phone. Yep, it's on ESPN Plus, 7 o'clock. Another game you should look out for was probably on ESPN Plus as well, Weber State at Utah Valley State, Dylan Jones versus Drake Allen. That's a nice little matchup right there. That game is at 8 o'clock on ESPN Plus. Weber State is favored by 2.5. Princeton, and that game is favored by, I believe, 7.5. And then you have San Diego State, 25th ranked San Diego State at Grand Canyon, 9 o'clock on ESPNU or ESPN Plus. Now, that game, that's Jaden Ledee, who's been making monster leaps, versus, Tyon something Foster? Hold on. Tyon Grant Foster, yep. The guy who I think he nearly collapsed or nearly fatally. He battled something 2.5 years ago. He's now back, and he's averaging 22.3 points per game. I can't remember exactly what he came back from. I'm going to Google it real quick. I want to say he almost collapsed on the floor or something like that. Give me 1 second. I want to say he had like a Keontae Johnson type incident. This doesn't really say off Bucks. Give me 1 second. Yeah, he had a medical scare. Let me see. Man, why is it not popping up? It's not popping up, but I know he had a medical scare 2 years ago. Things was looking dim, and now he's back hooping. And like I said, he's averaging 22 points per game. But those are just some mid-major games you should look out for. With that being said, I will be back probably Thursday to talk about the Navy-Army game Saturday, to talk about some award finalist projections, maybe make some picks or who I think will win the awards from the finalist group Saturdays. You know, they got the Heisman group already announced. They announced the 4 being Jaden Daniels, Michael Penix, Bo Nix, and Marvin Harrison Jr. So I'll look at the finalists for all the awards, or the awards, like the major awards, make a pick, and I'll go over all that on Sunday. I'll probably talk about some college basketball in there as well. But until next time, I'm gone, and y'all enjoyed the main show at 7 o'clock. Peace.
Thank you for staying to the end. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like this video, subscribe, And also hit that notification button so you can be notified next time we put out a video. If you're listening on any podcast platform, subscribe and hit that notification button, y'all, so you can be notified we put out another podcast audio. And last but not least, hit that share button. No matter what you're listening to or watching it, hit that share button and send it to somebody that you know that would love to watch this episode you just listened to. So once again, thank you for staying to the end, and we'll see y'all at the next episode.